The most expensive skin in Bear Alpha. If I was just going to talk about the most expensive skins in Bear Alpha, I think that would be a pretty boring video. So to make it more interesting, let's go back throughout all of the years and see what the most expensive skin was in each year. "2019, the star of Bear Alpha." Since this was the year Bear Alpha started, it's obvious that the skins weren't going to be too expensive at the time. We only really had 3 big content updates, but of course there were still a ton of updates before these big ones. So the 10th most expensive skin in Bear was Bob for only 666 quids. Back then, getting quids was so easy. I'm pretty sure in a normal round without 2 times quids, you could get up to 200 quids. So getting all of these skins was definitely not too bad. Let's speed things up a little bit. 9th place goes to 2 skins, Crystalline and Miku. 8th place, ironically, 8-bit. 7th was Doggle. And 6th was Flower Boy. All of these skins didn't even go over the 1000 mark. That's how cheap stuff was back then. Anyways, our top 5. Rubber Hose comes in 5th, costing 1150 quids. Just by looking at the skin, yeah, I can see why it cost that much. 4th and 3rd place goes to Cheeselord and Wensleydale. Once again, it's pretty easy to tell why these skins are more expensive. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how skins work. The cooler the design is, the more expensive the skin is. Anyways, in 2nd place, only 1 quid more expensive than 3rd, is Hypebeast. Hypebeast's description suits him really well. Now this is quite the wealthy boy. You need to be a wealthy boy if you want to have Hypebeast. And the most expensive skin in 2019 was Inky, costing a whopping 2,500 quids. And it was also limited, making this guy one of the rarest skins in the game at the time. Maybe even the rarest, if we're not including pigmenting. So here's the full list of the most expensive skins in Bear Alpha 2019. Nothing too surprising yet, but that changes in 2020. 2020, in my opinion, was the golden year for this game. So many cool updates and limited events too. Now that people actually had an understanding of how to play the game, people grinded. And I mean grinded this game. People's quids counts were already way past 100k quids. There were already people at the big 1 million. Okay, here's our board in 2019, and here's how it's looking in 2020. Yeah, pretty much everything got wiped. The last one standing is the most expensive skin in 2019. So let's see what got added. 2020 added Bobs. Starting from February all the way up until August, Cheat started doing a trend adding 1 Bob a month. And these Bobs were not cheap. All of these Bobs were above 1,000 quids. Out of all of these Bobs, the most expensive ones were Yob, Job, and Rob. 6th spot goes to Boldy. Yeah, I don't know, just Boldy. Boldy's an interesting one. His original price was 5,000, but he came back during anniversary and dropped to 4,000. Later down the line, his price did increase, but we'll get to that one later. So, Boldy's price sits at 4,000, and only 1 quid more expensive is Egglord. I don't know why, but I feel like people forget about Egglord a lot. If you played Bear in 2020, you'll definitely know what the top 3 most expensive skins are in Bear. In the number 3 spot, we have Cinco de Mayo, costing 35,000 quids. Yeah, comparing that one to number 4 is crazy. But it gets even crazier with number 2 being Cinco de Sam, costing an additional 10,000 quids. I love these skins though, they're really expensive, but they come back each year, so people do know how much they need to get these skins. So I think it's pretty fair for these skins to be that expensive. And the most expensive skin in Bear Alpha in 2020 is Sam, costing 90,000 quids. Originally 95,000 quids, but got a little cheaper during September. This skin to this day is still considered one of the rarest, mainly because he was so expensive so no one could afford him at the time. That's the end of 2020. The next 2 years are a lot more on the chill side, so let's go through them quick. Bear Alpha 2021, we didn't get a singular new content update. All we got was the Cinco de Mayo update, which brought back Cinco, Sam, and Mayo, and actually made them a little bit cheaper. But other than that, nothing else got added that would change this list. 2022 was the Bear Alpha Revive year. We got no updates in 2021, but we did get a few in 2022. Here's the board. And goodbye Yob, you are no longer in the top 10. A surprising bear got added in the anniversary of Team Derp, costing free 7 quids. And also Mayo skins came back and got cheaper by 1 quid. 2022 was still a slower year for bear, but at least we got updates that year. 2023, we got a satisfying amount of skins this year, but most of those skins were either cheap or free. But there were still a few who made it onto the list. Bring up the board. After 4 strong years, Inky is out of the leaderboard. 7th place goes to Cake Lord, costing 4444 quids, which is actually perfect since at the time they were celebrating the 4th anniversary update. Right above Cake Lord is...
No! There's red nose! No!
Yep, Red Nose got added, and just like in Bear Star, it cost 5,000 quids. Also, in the 4th anniversary update, Boldy came back, and yeah, it makes sense since Boldy in Bear is a celebration type skin. But this time, no clue why, but it got a giant increase from 4,000 now to 12,000. No idea why, but I'm happy it came back. So yeah, the leaderboard hasn't changed too much since 2020, but oh boy, 2024 is for sure changing that. Let's get right into it. This year for Bear was 100% the biggest year that Bear Alpha has ever had. So many skins got added, and so many old faces that we wanted to see in the game finally added. I think most of you can agree that the weekly updates were really painful on our wallets. People who had over 100,000 quids couldn't even afford the whole event. The 10th most expensive skin in Bear Alpha as of 2024 is Dutchman, Motorist, Rawbear, and Saucer. All 4 of these skins are 10k each. These skins were the scary ones in the weekly updates. Every week we got a new skin that was 10k, and it was these 4. In the number 9 spot is Boldy, but just think about that. In 2023, Boldy was the 4th most expensive skin, and now it dropped all the way down to 9th. 8th place goes to another skin that was in the weekly updates, Sam Yes Edition. I have no idea why the skin exists, but honestly, a pretty cheap Sam only costing 18,000 quids. 7th and 6th place goes to our Cincos. Once again, pretty crazy, right? They were 2nd and 3rd in 2023. In 5th, we got a tie. Both of these skins costing 44444 quids. The 4s just don't stop. These 2 skins are Uncle Sam and Encryption. Uncle Sam was obtainable during the 4th of July event, and Encryption is in the Spicy servers. 4th place is another Spicy server exclusive, Angelic. I don't really like the Spicy server skins, mainly because of the price, but I do understand why they're that expensive, but I don't think those skins should be that expensive. Alright, our top 3. The last Spicy server skin, Rubber Malt, is costing a scary amount of quids, 65,000 quids. Good luck getting this one. Second goes to Sam. In the end, Sam got dethroned after so many years. And the most expensive skin in Bear Alpha, and I doubt anyone will ever beat this one, Omen Mold, costing the big 100,000 quids. People really don't like this guy's price, but oh well, what can you do about him? And that's that. That was the most expensive skins from 2019 all the way to 2024. On screen you can see each year and what changed. If you like this video, I might make one for Bear Star, who knows? I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.